Portland's homeless crisis continues to send ripples of discontent through our city and the surrounding areas. It's also revealed something about Portland city government that I think may leave you shouting at your TV or your phone. For those of you who live outside of Portland, this might be the chance to say, thank heavens I live where I do. All right, let's begin with the concept of these safe rest villages. There are 6 areas where the city wants to house a total of 300 homeless people, getting them off the street. The project is way behind schedule, and now we know at least one reason why: infighting. City bureaucrats are not playing nice with each other. Listen to what Commissioner Dan Ryan, who's in charge of the Tiny Village project, had to say about that during an interview last week with our Maggie Vespa.
And then we had the predictable issues with supply chain, and then the predictable issues, as you were pointing to, about not in my bureau.
Just a quick follow-up. When you said not in my bureau, that feels like obviously a play on not in my backyard. Are there bureaus that are refusing to help with this?
I think that anytime you're, I think what I really want to say about that is that, people have plans for their bureaus. And when you're in an emergency, that's a hiccup to those plans.
Now, did you get that? People have plans for their bureaus. In other words, I have this piece of property and it belongs to my group, and I'm not going to share it no matter why you want it. This is why there needs to be a parent in charge of the City Hall family. Are you kidding me? Agree with Safe Rest Villages or not, it is at least a plan to do something. And heads up to those trying to protect their property. It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to all of us taxpayers. And you should not be paying power politics during a time of overwhelming need. Problems related to homelessness, that's the #1 issue on the minds of most people right now. Recognize that and work together. Put your future plans on hold and work with each other to solve the immediate crisis. Now, Mayor Wheeler and the council have enacted emergency orders just recently that are going to let him use whatever publicly owned vacant property seems to work, no matter which bureau or department owns it. Good for you. That's a smart move. But it also underscores one huge issue. The way Portland's governed does not work very well. And I'm not the only one who thinks so.
This is Joanne, and I'm wondering, we are supposed to have a different kind of system in our city that is not working well.
Yes, Joanne, you are very much correct. Not many cities in America have our system, and it's definitely not working very well. To make sure we're all on the same page, consider this. The City of Portland has 4 elected commissioners who can live anywhere in town they want. They do not represent a particular area. Same thing with the mayor. Once elected, the mayor assigns each commissioner huge city departments with budgets in the millions or even tens of millions of dollars and hundreds or sometimes thousands of employees. Then those commissioners are expected to run the department, overseeing a department director. But since the mayor can give anyone a bureau, he can also take it away without notice. That creates instability, and instability can create silos and an unwillingness of people within the departments to cooperate with other departments, because after all, you have to look out for yourself. But wait, there is a solution. Let's hear about it from Andrew Spear.
Every 10 years, the city in the current charter is required to do a charter review. So a review of the charter to find areas where either amendments or changes should be proposed or considered.
Andrew Spear is part of something with an important mission, and I gotta say, an awful name: the Portland Charter Commission. They might as well throw Harry Potter's invisibility cloak over the top of the group. It's the most boring, vague, forgettable name I've ever heard. I hear charter and I think of fishing boats on the Oregon coast, and I don't know why Portland would review fishing boats or why I should care if they do it. But it's not about that at all. A more accurate name would be something like the Fix Portland's Broken Form of Government Group. That'd be more like it. People would pay attention. Citizens, volunteers like Andrew Spear, have spent nearly 2 years studying the way things are done now and how it can get better. Here's some of the early discoveries.
Commissioners currently should not be managing and running bureaus. So that's been a key thing. And then to answer your question more specifically, I think, yes, we should move away from our current form into something else. Not to say like you're solving all problems from that one single change, but you're heading in a direction.
That would be a nice change. Spear and the rest of the volunteers will have a recommendation for changes by the end of this month. Then there will be a series of public meetings, and eventually you will get to vote on making a change or keeping things the way they are now if you are a voter in the city of Portland. We plan to bring you a lot more information on this in the weeks and months ahead. It is a huge deal, and I hope you'll pay attention to it, even though it has such a terrible name, the Portland Charter Commission.